Today's article, it is theorem of perpendicular axis. It is also called as theorem of principle of perpendicular axis. This theorem of perpendicular axis that is used to determine the moment of inertia about a given axis for a plane lamina. When the body is a laminar shape, this theorem can be used. Next, what is lamina? What do you mean by lamina? A single page of the book, it is the lamina. Single page of the notebook, it is the lamina. The potato slice, that is single slice, it is a lamina for potato. Leaf of the tree, it is in laminar shape. And to determine the moment of inertia of such bodies, that is, which are in a laminar shape, this theorem of perpendicular axis can be used. One can ask a question, state and prove. Theorem of perpendicular axis. To obtain the statement, let us draw the diagram. This is a rigid body. So consider a rigid body of mass capital M rotating about an axis perpendicular to its plane, or consider a plane lamina which is plane lamina of mass capital M which is rotating about a perpendicular axis to its plane. Suppose that this is the x-axis. It is rotating like this, and Ix is the moment of inertia about this x-axis. This is y-axis, and Iy, it is the moment of inertia about this axis. Lamina can rotate about this axis. Suppose this is point P, this is point O, this is z-axis, and Iz is the moment of inertia about the z-axis. Now this z-axis, it is perpendicular to the plane of lamina. And if we consider about this axis the plane lamina, it is rotating, then we can find the moment of inertia of a body about an axis perpendicular to its plane. This x-axis and y-axis, they are in the plane lamina. They are in the plane of lamina. Ix and Iy, these are the moments of inertia about x-axis and y-axis. If we rotate this plane lamina about x-axis, then it will be the moment of inertia about x-axis, that is Rx. If we rotate about y-axis, then it will be the moment of inertia about y-axis. So we write this Iz equal to Ix plus Iy. What is it? It is the mathematical statement of theorem of perpendicular axis. Now suppose that a small mass dm, it is situated at point P. Now from this point P, draw perpendiculars on x-axis and y-axis. So m is the foot of the perpendicular and it is y distance away from this point P. Now draw a perpendicular from this point P on y-axis. Suppose this distance, it is h distance from the y-axis. We have to give the statement and proof of this theorem of perpendicular axis. So, statement. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to its plane is equal to sum of moments of inertia about two mutually perpendicular axes in the plane of lamina is called theorem of perpendicular axes. So this is the statement. What does it state? The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to its plane is equal to sum of moments of inertia about two mutually perpendicular axes in the plane lamina is called theorem of perpendicular axes. Here this x-axis and y-axis, they are in the plane of lamina. Ix and Iy are the moments of inertia about two mutually perpendicular axes. These two axes, they are mutually perpendicular and therefore the moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to the plane of this lamina, it is Iz equal to Ix plus Iy, and therefore we write this Iz equal to Ix plus Iy, and this is the mathematical statement for theorem of perpendicular axis. Now let us prove this. Consider a plane lamina of mass capital M rotating about an axis perpendicular to its plane. Now let us proceed for construction. Let X, Y and Z are three axes mutually perpendicular to each other. Z-axis is perpendicular to plane lamina and X and Y axis are in plane lamina. Let Ix, Iy and Iz be the moments of inertia about X, Y and Z axis. Consider a small mass dm is at point P. Draw perpendiculars on X and Y axes. Join OP. Now, MI of plane lamina about X axis, it is Ix equal to, now what is moment of inertia? See here, the moment of inertia about X axis means this lamina it is rotated about X axis. That time the moment of inertia of the plane lamina, this point, the mass of the point is dm and the distance is y. So it will be, square of the distance into mass. Again, mi of plane lamina about y-axis Iy equal to integral Now, if this plane lamina is rotated about this y-axis, the distance of this point P from y-axis it is x. It is square of the distance into mass. Next, if we rotate about this p-axis, that is z-axis, so mi of plane lamina about z-axis, it is equal to integral. Now this distance it is x square plus y square. So it is x square plus y square into dm. So we write this Iz equal to integral x square plus y square into dm. Let us separate this. So integral x square dm plus integral y square dm. What is x square dm? It is Iy plus y square integral y square dm. It is Ix. So we write Iz equal to Iy plus Ix, or Iz equal to Ix plus Iy, which is the statement of theorem of perpendicular axis, hence proved. So, this way we can find the moment of inertia. Mind, these two theorems, they are very important. They can be asked alternately in every examination. Most of the times, these theorems, they are asked for 3 marks in the respective examples. With this, let us proceed for next article, that is radius of gyration. We know the moment of inertia, and we know also when axis of rotation changes, the moment of inertia also changes, and therefore it is necessary to define radius of gyration. The moment of inertia that can be expressed in terms of radius of gyration. So what is radius of gyration? See here, suppose this is the rigid body. This rigid body, it is rotating about this axis. Suppose this is any point O. Now, at the same time, this body has a center of mass, and there is a an axis which is passing through the center of mass. Moment of inertia about this is IO. The moment of inertia about this is IC. This is a point center of mass. Then the distance between these two axes, that is axis of rotation and a point at which the whole mass of the body is supposed to be concentrated, it is called as the radius of gyration. This radius of gyration, it is denoted by a letter K. Radius of gyration. It is denoted by letter small k. What is the radius of gyration? The distance between axis of rotation and a point where whole mass of the body is supposed to be concentrated is called radius of gyration. Now suppose that we will consider a uniform ring and uniform disc. Suppose IR is moment of inertia of ring, that is given by mr square. In terms of radius of gyration, it will be given by mkr square, where kr is radius of gyration for the ring. For the disc, suppose it is the moment of inertia, and moment of inertia of disc, it is 1 by 2 mr square, that is equal to mkd square. This is for disc. And if we compare the moment of inertia of the disc and ring, then it gives id equal to or kd equal to r by 2. Here k equal to or kr equal to r. Here this kd equal to r by square root of 2. This way we can obtain the expression for radius of gyration. Mind well, the moment of inertia of any body, that is that depends upon the distribution of the mass. Again, the mass of the body, shape of the body, axis of rotation. Again, the material of the body. When we express the moment of inertia in terms of radius of gyration, if we know the moment of inertia about a certain axis, then we can determine the moment of inertia of that body about an axis or about a radius of gyration. Here is the table in which the different moment of inertia of different bodies are given. From this table, we can determine its radius of gyration for respective bodies by using the moments of inertia and particular axis of rotation.